Today we are deep in the foothills and headed up to the rooftop of South Carolina. Hi, I'm Skye Marthaler. Welcome to another episode of Rooftops of America. Today we're in Pickens County, home to the highest point in the state of South Carolina. Located in the northwest corner of the state, Sassafras Mountain is part of the Blue Ridge Mountains, a section of the larger Appalachian Mountain Range. The mountain gets its name from the abundance of sassafras trees growing on its slopes. From a geological and geographical standpoint, Sassafras Mountain has several interesting features going for it. For starters, this mountain was formed about 430 million years ago, as one tectonic plate slid over another, forming a granite intrusion, which was then uplifted over the course of several million more years. Eventually, that granite would metamorphose into gneiss, the stone that makes up the mountain today. Gneiss is resistant to erosion, and it comes in a variety of types. The gneiss in this area is known as Henderson gneiss, and it is only found in North and South Carolina. From a geography side of things, the mountain is part of the Eastern Continental Divide and is home to three distinct watersheds, one draining into the Gulf of Mexico and two into the Atlantic. Hydrologists call this a tri-point, and the watersheds on this mountain have a bigger impact than you may expect. The waters heading east and south help form the heart of South Carolina's river system. The water heading north and west takes a grand tour through the south, eventually flowing into the Mississippi near the bottom of Illinois, then down to New Orleans, a journey well over 1,000 miles. The summit is actually bisected by the state line of South and North Carolina, and at one point there was a road that ran right over the top, connecting points in South Carolina with the towns of Brevard and Roseman. Nowadays, if you're traveling over the peak, you're most likely following the Foothills Trail. It crosses over the top of the mountain, stretches 77 miles, from Table Rock to Oconee State Park. This high point was privately owned by Duke Energy for years, and it was only in 2004 when the state's Department of Resources purchased the South Carolina side of the mountain. When I first visited about 3 years ago, it was a bit more undeveloped. Now though, the wheels have been set in motion for several major improvements. For starters, they cleared off the entire summit. Now from the summit, you can take in views of 4 states. In addition to South Carolina, there is Georgia to the south and the 6,000-foot peaks of Tennessee and North Carolina. Additional improvements are coming in the way of an observation tower, viewing platforms, more trails, picnic shelter, restrooms, signage. The state has made a lot of effort to improve its high point. One of the immediate beneficiaries of this clearing is this new weather station put in place in December of 2014. It was a first for South Carolina to have data coming in from their highest point. To get to the summit, it's just a short hike from the parking lot up this road behind me. Let's go check it out. And here we are on the summit of Sassafras Mountain, rooftop of South Carolina. One of the little quirks of this mountaintop is its height tends to change depending on the source you look at, everywhere from 3,533 feet all the way to 3,560 feet. But here at the mountaintop, it's listed as 3,553 feet, making this the 29th highest state high point in the USA. I'm Skye Marthaler. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Rooftops of America. We'll see you soon.